Once we've created a custom data list, it's sometimes difficult to really pay attention and catch an irregularity in a value without being able to graph it out. To graph out data PIDs using the OBDWiz, select Logs, and then make sure you're on the Graphing tab. And we're going to go ahead and go to Configure, just like we did with creating a custom data list. Here we have the same PIDs to select from, and we are going to just select a few of these values here to give you an example of how to create this list, how to graph this data out. So we're going to go ahead and just look at about 4 PIDs because you can only look at 4 values at a time on this particular feature. So we're going to look at these values here to see how they turn out. So we've selected those. Now we have our engine RPM, our long-term field trim bank 1, our oxygen sensor voltage on bank 1 sensor 1, and our field trim, short-term field trim on bank 1. And so now we're ready to go. We have to go ahead and hit continuous, and it will record continually throughout many frames. If you hit single, it will just take a sample for as long as this time frame is on the screen. So we can go ahead and watch this. We'll look at our oxygen sensor voltage, we'll look at our fuel trim numbers, and we can let this run for a little while. As long as we want, we can go on a test drive, we can record this, you can let this run, and then get back when you're done and take a look at the data to see if you found anything. Once you're ready to stop, you hit stop, and you can go back and pan through. If you said, hey, I knew there was something going on, hit the pan button and you can actually slide back to the beginning of the data value. You can zoom in on a particular value if you want to go somewhere close and say, hey, I want to look at that section. And just to simply go back to restore, you hit the restore button. If you want to save this, you can go ahead and hit save. It will bring up a default value. I'm just going to call this test 1, and it is going to say that in my computer. We go ahead, if you want to go back and look at it, you can go ahead and open up. Here's my value, and it will bring it up for us. Here we can look at this value again, and we can continue to pan through and see the information that's there available to us as we recorded it. So this is a great tool to be able to go through and analyze data, help us catch any problems as they're going along. If we have intermittent problems, this can be a great feature. So that's how to graph data using the OBDWiz scan tool.